Welcome back, Bachelor fans. Season 26, Episode 2 in the house. Clayton tonight. Who will he pick? What's going to happen? I don't know. First reactions. Let's go. First and foremost, same night as the BCS National Championship game. I'm dressed like Coach Nick Saban. Got my leather on. Will they win? I don't know. Watching it right now. You know how hard it is to watch The Bachelor and the National Championship game? Yeah. Hey, ABC, ESPN, figure it out. I can only watch one. Okay, thank you. Last week's top 5 in no particular order coming into tonight's episode. 1, Teddy, first kiss, had all the goods. Genevieve, number 2, red dress, looked great. Sarah, lots of mentions, lots of love. Elizabeth, looked pretty good as well. And number 5, Rachel. Will all 5 of those be in the top 5 tonight? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's get into this episode. We start off, there's a helicopter. Someone's going on a helicopter in episode 2. Back in my day, helicopters were reserved for like the 8th episode of a season. This is getting ridiculous. And then we hear Clayton say, have you ever taken a rose back before? What's going to happen? Who gets the rose? And then who's going to have it taken back? Whoa. First girl we see out of the gate, Susie, 28. She did get a rose later on the night on the one-on-one date. We're going to jump to that a little bit later. Then we see Mara, 32. Then we see Rachel, 25. I like to go in the order that we see them because that's how my brain works when I see them on the TV. Then we get the first date card. 10 lucky ladies going on the first date. They are, and I'm going to try to do this tonight, like and subscribe, put some pictures, hopefully up in this region, getting better at this every week. 1, Teddy, 2, Incy, 3, Gabby, 4, Melania, 5, Kara, 6, Mara, 7, Sierra, 8, Genevieve, 9, Serena, and 10, Cassidy. Okay, this whole episode really comes down to 4 ladies. Susie, Cassidy, Shanae, and Elizabeth. And we get into the Cassidy drama right here on the group date, which she turns into just an individual date. But hey, can you blame her? It's a game. You want time with The Bachelor? She takes time. Look, she doesn't like kids. Doesn't matter. Is it a bouncy house? Is it a bouncy castle? Is it a jump? I don't know. Do you know? He's a big guy. He's up in there with little kids. If you weren't thinking about 4 Christmases, you need to go watch that movie with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. It is phenomenal. Okay, on the date. Serena we see, she's 26. She does get a kiss. She says she can't wait any longer. Technical difficulties. It happens. Edit. Here we go, and we're back. Says he can't wait any longer. I mean, it's date 2. What are we talking about? Not even date 2. It's like day 2. You can probably wait a little bit longer. It's okay. Gabby, 30. Remember she brings out the weird pillow later on in the night? But you do hear Clayton say, she caught my eye. That's something to pay attention to. Gabby catches his eye. Kira, 32. Not much about her at this moment. Kira, Mara, they're both 32. To me, one of them is going to have to get booted off here soon because they both look alike. They kind of act alike, just kind of sit there quietly on the side. Then you had Genevieve on the date. She's 26. My last week's top 5 doesn't even get any action during the group date. Very shocking right there, but of course it was all about the Cassidy. Cassidy, 26, takes him to the pool, lays one on him, sits on his lap later, gets the rose. I mean, it was all about Cassidy. And of course, Hillary Duff is there. Who didn't think about the Cinderella princess, Cinderella bride, Hillary Duff? Do the mean ants, are they going to come out? Does she work in a diner anymore? Is the quarterback, Clayton's a quarterback, the quarterback from the movie, are they going to have an interaction right there? Rain's going to come falling down. He's going to run up the bleachers, go talk to her, kiss her. I don't want your life, Dad. I want my own. I don't want to be the car wash guy. None of that happened. Hillary Duff, older, mom now, not as much fun. Date ends, Cassidy gets the rose, things are moving on, she went in hard for that rose, and she got it. Then we got the first commercial, Jordan Rogers, welcome back with the Heineken 0.0. Will he go to an alcoholic beverage later on the season? I don't know, we'll find out, but right now he's going with the 0.0 Heineken. Then we come back, we're done with the date, we get a little time. Teddy, of course, 24, first date, she did get the first impression rose. hey, I need a little more interaction from you. He says, don't worry, I promise you, you're going to get it. Teddy is going to be safe into the top 5 for next week, no doubt. And then Sierra, 26, sits down with him. No name comes across. No name at her sit down. I don't know if y'all think about that. I think about that. No name at the sit down. Thought that was peculiar. So then after that happens, the date 1 happens. Cassidy comes away with the first rose. So Cassidy gets a rose. Could it be Cassidy that he's talking about when he says, have you ever taken a rose back? Is it Cassidy's rose? I don't know. More to find out. Then we get date card number 2. Date card number 2, a one-on-one. It's Susie, 28. Coming into tonight, a lot of chatter out there in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area. Susie should be your number 1 contender. Not even in my top 5 right now. Susie should be number 1, but she does get the first one-on-one date. Susie, one-on-one date. She's a little bit nervous. She says, I like to cook and then have a glass of wine after. Okay, we're going to edit that. If you're cooking for someone, you're going to want to have glasses of wine, plural, or just a bottle of wine. 1 bottle, multiple glasses. Who cooks on a date and just has 1 glass of wine? Not for me, might be for you, just not for me. Want to make a little edit right there. Gets into the hot tub, takes the chopper. A chopper on the first date. I'm glad he admitted, though, this is not my normal Saturday night. Yeah. No duh, Clayton, you're not just going to take a girl on a helicopter that you don't own to a yacht that's not yours either, sit in a hot tub and make out with her. That's a little easy, don't you think, bro? And then he says, oh, I'm so glad this date is at the Houston Loft. I don't know what the heck that is. Do you know what that is? I had to Google it. Yeah, it's a place. Okay. But he said it like, I think ABC must own the Houston Loft. Then at the end of the date, we get a performance from Amanda Jordan. Who? Who are these people? ABC, something must be going on. Amanda Jordan trying to make it a song. But then she says True Colors come out. And then if you're not singing a little bit, I see your true colors. Came out in me. I know it came out in you as a fan. And of course, Susie is going to get the rose. One-on-one date. First one, it went phenomenal. Susie gets the second rose. So now we got 2 ladies that potentially could be, have you ever taken a rose back before? Then date 3, another group date. This time we get 8 ladies. Once again, hopefully, here they are. I pulled this off. Hopefully, Marlena, Elizabeth, Kate, Sarah, Lindsay W., Rachel, Tessa, and Shanae. Hey, but 1 second. Sorry. Back to the first date. Doing this live on the fly. NC, Melina, and Sierra didn't even get shown on the first date with time. I was watching that. So 7 girls got shown with him with some time. Their name popped up. Those 3 did not. Something to, ABC playing a little mind game with you. I don't know. Date 2 happens. We see Shanae get a little pep talk from Cassidy. Hey, this is how you play the game. You want the time, go get with him, get some time. And then we go on the date. Jill doesn't get invited. Jill, 26, no date card. Just left her there. She left her friends, she left her family, and she left her cat to be there. Didn't even get to go on a date for Jill, 26. Marlena, the Olympian, she's on the group date. He didn't know she was an Olympian. Maybe they didn't talk the first night. 1996 junior Olympic bronze medal for this guy in the tennis in New Orleans. Look it up, got stats. I'm telling people I'm an Olympian, okay? That's a pretty cool deal on The Bachelor. Something to remember you by. Then you got Kate on the date, and then Elizabeth. This turns into the Shanae versus Elizabeth battle after this. Who's lying? Who's playing the game? What's going on? Little caveat right here. Never should bring up people's mental illness or diseases, ADHD, whatever you might have. That was pretty poor taste for Shanae to do that. Never have I ever, Elizabeth tells him, never have I ever kissed the Bachelor. And of course, he's gonna kiss her. That's a solid move by Elizabeth right there. She's sitting at the prime spot at the table on the date. And then we got, where was her name? Ziwe, Z-I-W-E. Who? What are we talking about? I don't even know who that person is. Then she's gonna talk about we're going for the red flags. The red flags are kitten fishing, not catfishing, it's nicer. Zombieing, when you're looking at someone's profile, and then something crowding. I don't even know what I wrote here. What are those 3 things? Those are the red flags. How about a red flag be, have you murdered anybody in the past? Do you have daddy issues in the past? Are you financially unstable? Are you just crazy? those are red flags. These made up words, kitten fishing, never even heard of that. They're just making stuff up at this point. Lindsay W, 28, she's on the date as well, doesn't get any time. Everyone is super upset on the third date at the Shanae and Elizabeth. First group date, he touts to two women with the rose in his hand. He says Serene and Cassidy. Cassidy gets the rose, the second one he mentions. On the second group big date, while the rose is in his hand, he says Shanae, and then Sarah. Sarah gets the rose. So back-to-back times, the second girl he's mentioned gets the rose. Will that trend continue? I don't know. For right now, 2-0. Then we come back to the house, and of course we have the night party. And so, by the way, there's 22 ladies in this episode. 22. 19 got to go on dates. 3, Eliza, Jill, Hunter did not go on dates. When we come back in the night, we do see that he spends time with each one of them because ABC doesn't want you to think they didn't get any time at all. So Eliza, Jill, Hunter get time on the date. Then, of course, the death sentence. We knew it was coming. As soon as Clayton goes, I'm having a great time tonight. No drama. Yeah, you might as well have pepped up the band, opened up the curtain because you knew the drama was coming out. And of course it was. Shanae versus Elizabeth. They go outside. At this point, Shanae's coach, Cassidy, who already has the rose, she's talking up Shanae. She's like, look, I can't even back you up on this one. And then the bombshell comes down. Sierra, 26, goes in to snitch on Cassidy. Hey, Cassidy said she's got a little boo thing. They're going to play snuggle up together when she gets back. She's not here for the right reasons. Clayton calls in Jesse Palmer and tells Jesse Palmer, have you ever taken a rose back before? Jesse Palmer's face was, what? And we all were like, what? And then after that, they say, in 2 weeks, we don't even get a rose ceremony. We have to wait for 2 weeks to find out what happens. But then a little bit of the teaser. We get to some ladies in the Baywatch costumes, so we know they're coming back. Sierra, Shanae, Sarah, Eliza, Genevieve, Melina, Elizabeth, Susie, all coming back. They were all in the previews. I watch them. I'm sorry if you don't. A little teaser, spoiler alert. Spoiler.